You're watching CCN, Clarksville Community Network. Produced by Goodwin Productions. Powered by CDE Light Band.
Thank you. We're going to go ahead and get started this morning. Let me welcome you on behalf of the Chamber to the Mayor's Power Breakfast 2025. We're excited about having this event each year, and as you can tell, it's always well attended. Our mayors draw a crowd, and our folks are looking forward to hearing from them and hearing about their plans and their visions and updates for 2025. As we begin to hear from our mayors, I want to introduce you to Dr. Brad Moser with Clarksville Christian School. Clarksville Christian School has been kind enough to be our title sponsor for this event, and we appreciate that. And I'm going to ask Dr. Brad Moser to come forward and introduce our special guest.
Well, good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. On behalf of Clarksville Christian School, I want to express our heartfelt gratitude for everyone in this community. This truly is a special place, thanks to strong business leaders, visionary public servants, and excellence in both public and private education. And with that in mind, it's my honor now at this time to introduce our two absolutely outstanding mayors. Mayor Joe Pitts is a native of Clarksville and a product of the Clarksville Montgomery County school system. He graduated from Northwest High School in 1976 and from Austin Peay State University in 1980. Joe and his wife Cynthia, an ordained minister, have 5 children and are grandparents of 14. Prior to his 2019 election as the 21st mayor for the city of Clarksville, Joe served 6 two-year terms representing the people of District 67 in the Tennessee House of Representatives. While in the House, he served on the House Education, Instruction, and Programs Committee and Subcommittee, the 3 branches institute for the Department of Children's Services, and was a member of the Tennessee General Assembly Veterans Caucus. Joe was also Vice President of Planters Bank in Clarksville for more than 13 years. Mayor Wes Golden assumed the role of Montgomery County Mayor in August 2022, bringing a wealth of experience and a deep commitment to the position. As a native of the area, Wes proudly resides in Montgomery County with his wife Sarah and their children Nash, Lydia, and Mia. He and his family are dedicated members of Life Point Church. After graduating from Clarksville High School, Wes pursued his education in computer science at Austin Peay State University. His career combines leadership experience in both the public and private sectors with a focus on health and safety. His passion for service and sense of community responsibility is evident in his lifelong dedication to serving the people of Montgomery County and his involvement with various organizations. Early on, he volunteered with the Dream Factory and Bikers Who Care, local charitable organizations focused on improving the lives of children. His commitment to service extended in his roles as a firefighter and EMT, contributing to the safety of Clarksville Montgomery County residents. Since becoming mayor, Wes has actively worked to amplify the voice and impact of the people of Montgomery County by becoming involved in several state-level organizations. Wes serves as vice president of the Association of County Mayors, and he is one of 4 leaders to represent Montgomery County as a distinguished member of Leadership Tennessee in the last decade. He serves on Governor Lee's Solid Waste Task Force, and his appointments to the Governor's Tri-Stars and Stripes Council allows him to continue initiatives that enhance the lives of service members and demonstrates his dedication to supporting military veterans and their families. These roles highlight his proactive leadership and his efforts to represent, support, and pursue the interests of Montgomery County at a state level. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please help me welcome our mayors, Mayor Joe Pitts and Mayor Wes Golden.
Thank you, Dr. Moser. I'm going to take you with me everywhere I go so you can introduce me just like that. So thank you. And good morning, everybody. Thank you, Chairman Rainey and the Clarksville Area Chamber of Commerce. To Melinda, Phil, Tina, and the rest of the Chamber staff and membership, we need a strong Chamber voice in this community, and you're doing a great job, and we are certainly thankful for that. Happy New Year to everybody. Can't believe it's New Year 2025 already. And as I begin, I want to acknowledge the First Lady of our city, my wife Cynthia, who is here in the audience with us today. She and others have a nonprofit organization called Bella's Closet that's making a difference in the lives of women, men, and children in our community. While others seek headlines, she is making headway. And I want to say thank you for her merry band of volunteers who have served more than 2,000 people in our community in 2024. And so we are grateful for your support for Bella's Closet. Jacob Crass, our son, is in the audience somewhere. He was here there he is, Jacob. Good to see you. ABC Building Supply, in case you're looking for a place to buy building supplies. A little shameless plug there. We have city council members as well. I think I saw Councilman Stacy Streetman, Councilman Joe Shekinab, Councilman Deanna McLaughlin, Councilman Kerry Lovato in the audience. I'll ask them to stand, and any other council members I may have missed. Y'all aren't shy. Come on and stand. We are also honored to have the garrison leadership of Fort Campbell, Colonel Christopher Midbury, the deputy to the garrison commander, Jessica Stonecipher, as well as, they can't go anywhere without Susie Yates. General Susie Yates, is she in the audience? There, General Yates, thank you for being here this morning. And then city employees everywhere, I am so proud of you. We have some department heads this morning. Lori Matta, our CFO, is here. Michelle Austin, Director of Neighborhood Community Services. Mark Riggins, Gas and Water Department. Brian Taylor, Clarksville Department of Electricity, and other department heads. If you're in the room, I apologize if I missed you, but just know you are valued and appreciated for the work you do every single day to make our city the best. Without question, we are the best because of you. And of course, Monica Gonzalez, Brittany Hornbeck, and the staff of the Parks and Recreation Department that make the Wilma Rudolph Event Center the destination for events in our community, for important events. This morning, about 7:30 last night, I got a message that the heat was out in this building. They worked tirelessly to make sure we had heat this morning, or my speech would have been much shorter. I can promise you that. And to our legislative delegation and others, we are so grateful for that as well. Before I get into the material, I want to call your attention to the cards on your table. They have QR codes for old guys like Tom and I. We just scan them with your phone camera, and it takes you to the website to 3 important reports in our city: the transportation plan, as well as capital projects, and then the annual report. The annual report for our city, we just completed our 4th, and it's on the city website as well as the previous 3 years. So I want to say thank you to James Halford, our Chief of Staff, Jimmy Settle, Director of Communications, Casey Williams, also part of our communications team. Thank you for the work you do every single day to help tell our story. We got a great story to tell as a community, and I want to say thank you to them for that. This morning, instead of a dozen pictures of dirt, concrete, and other pavement activities going on in our community, talking about the various capital projects that you can see on the city website, if you'll use one of these cards, I want to call your attention to the future. Growing forward together is our emphasis in 2025. What we're about to highlight are the key factors that will be driving our agenda in 2025 and beyond. Growing, no doubt about it, regardless of headline or by any measure, our city is growing in a lot of different ways. We'll remain among the fastest growing cities in our community, in our state, and probably in the region and the country for many years to come. But with that growth comes challenges and responsibilities. But what gives me the greatest amount of optimism are the opportunities, and they are endless. Population growth, no doubt about it. It may seem like we're out recruiting people to move to our community, but people are discovering what we already know, that this is the best place to live anywhere by far, and we are just so excited about that. Beyond what Fort Campbell brings to our community and to our region, to our state and nation, and to our world, there are a variety of reasons why people are coming to Clarksville. And it's our relative affordability. You can still get a lot of house for a little money, and you can afford to raise your family here on the income that you earn here. But there are a variety of other reasons that are expressed. Job growth continues to be good and strong in our community, and we are so grateful for that. We're still looking to improve wage growth beyond wage inflation that's had us in its grip for the last 3 years. Education attainment and growth continues to be excellent in our community. Our school system, I think I saw Dr. Jean Luna Vetter in the audience as well as her team. Austin Peay State University and Nashville State Community College are the trifecta of excellence in education in our community, and we are grateful for that. We can't forget the Tennessee College of Applied Technology and our private school options, Clarksville Christian School, thank you, Dr. Moser, for your leadership there, Clarksville Academy, and so many other options. What's talked about so little in our growth is geographic growth. We've had several annexations in our city for the past several years, and we are optimistic and confident that we will meet the needs of those annexed areas in our community. However, I want to put a pause here and just say, it'll be tough to get any more annexations through, I believe, because we've got to play catch up and make sure that we address the needs of those annexed areas going forward. And speaking of service demand, with growth there is growing demand for public services by your local government. Mayor Golden can attest to this, but public safety has got to be number one, and I'm very grateful and very pleased to report that the FBI statistics released recently says that crime is down in Clarksville for the 4th consecutive year. And so I'm very grateful to the Clarksville Police Department for that. We have to provide things for our citizens to do, so we'll break ground next summer for our new Performing Arts Center. Our parking garage, First Street parking garage, is open and doing very well, and we look forward to the opening of the county's parking garage there at the corner of College and First Street as well. Our new Rossview Athletic Complex is under construction, and then the planned Hazelwood Recreation Complex is soon to be under construction as well, we hope. We have a focus of distributing public safety and quality of life amenities throughout every geographical area in our community. We have a planned District 4 police precinct by the airport that will be hopefully be under construction soon. But we also have a city fueling center and salt shed, and you're thinking, why is that important? Well, we have one place for our city vehicles to get gasoline. We're building another one out there by the airport, and we're thankful for that partnership as well. With that growth, with the growth that we've experienced, there are headwinds. No doubt about it, my head's not buried in the sand. I recognize that there are headwinds that face us. One of them is housing affordability and availability. We are doing all we can working with our partners to make sure that we address the availability and affordability, and there's some new announcements coming, we hope very soon, that will address some of that in the future. We also have an issue with revenue growth. Continues to be a challenge. While all this growth is happening around us, there is often a lag by several months, if not a year, between the revenue that property may generate and what your city and county governments can experience and are collecting. So stay tuned for that. Growing forward, together, how will we rise to the challenge of the growth that we're experiencing, and how will we add depth to the quality of life that we have in our community, and not just be a mile wide and an inch deep? I'm glad you asked. So let me share some things with you. Strategic planning. Our Chief of Staff, James Halford, is leading our department heads through an exhaustive strategic planning process. We call it Transition, Transform, and Transcend, or T3. It's our plan. It will link all departments to more of an outcomes-based strategy for services to our stakeholders. Comprehensive plan. The Regional Planning Commission led our community, our city and county, through a comprehensive planning process. In 2024, it was approved by the council and the commission. And Jeff Tyndall, I think you and your staff, there you are over there, thank you for that. It will help us navigate the growth of our city and county and by pointing out best practices in land uses. And it's an award-winning plan, and we're grateful for that. We're undertaking a zoning code rewrite. Why are we doing it? Well, it's been a while, about 30 years if I'm not mistaken or so, but it's time for us to be able to help property owners do with their properties what they wish within limits while protecting their neighbors. And then Transportation 2020 Plus. I'm pleased to report that this plan is being executed to almost perfection by David Smith at the Street Department and his staff. Thank you, David, for what you're doing, and we're making great progress in getting things done. Corridor overlays. We had one approved by the council last year, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, and then two more were also approved by the council for studies to be made along New Providence Boulevard and Fort Campbell Boulevard, as well as Tiny Town Road. So thank you to the council for your foresight in doing that. These will be great planning tools and important parts for the important parts of our city. No doubt we're in the technology age. GIS continues to play an important role in our community and in our world. We've created a new GIS division in the city using existing resources to help us better utilize the technology that is available to us already and that technology that's coming. Accessibility enhancements. We want to make sure, regardless of ability, we want our city to be accessible to all, and all means all. Tornado recovery. Last year when we were here, we were just a few days removed from that devastating tornado. This year is a much improved story, and while we've made great progress, we've got a long way to go because there's families still hurting and still in need. And so I want to make sure that we don't forget those families, especially those families that lost loved ones during the tornado. And a soon-to-be-launched Restoring Clarksville initiative, chaired by Councilman Deanna McLaughlin, who's here, this internal task force, representing 9 different city departments in our city, will turn our attention to helping neighbors protect their neighborhoods from properties that are neglected due to willful neglect and sometimes other economic circumstances because they don't live here or because they don't have the means to take care of their property. The emphasis will be to work with those property owners, be they out of town or local, to help them clean up and restore their properties. It won't be punitive, although we do have that in our toolkit, but it will help these property owners restore their properties so that we can get our neighborhoods back to the condition they deserve. This initiative has great promise and great potential, and I'm very grateful that Councilman Deanna McLaughlin has agreed to chair that initiative. Thank you for your willingness to do that. And finally, together. I'm grateful that we are finally recognizing the importance of our regional partners in this area. Fort Campbell, the importance of Fort Campbell cannot be overstated, not only to our community, but to our nation and our world's defense. Austin Peay State University, I saw Gerald Harrison in the audience. It's a great day to be a Gov, isn't it, Gerald? Nashville State Community College, the Clarksville Association of Realtors, the Home Builders Association, Clarksville Montgomery County School System, our nonprofit community, nonprofit partners out there, everything from Manna Cafe to the United Way, the American Red Cross that was so critical during the tornado and beyond, Loaves and Fishes, and then Bella's Closet, as I mentioned already, private education providers, and the list goes on and on and on. Our state and federal government partners, Sam Nenow with Congressman Green is here. Thank you, Sam, for your work in our community, as well as our neighbors to the north, Hopkinsville, Oak Grove, Christian County. We have to erase that state line because we're all in this together. Then there are state and regional organizations that are out there, the Tennessee Municipal League and the Greater Nashville Regional Council. I am privileged to represent the city as chairman of the board of the Greater Nashville Regional Council, as well as a board member for the Tennessee Municipal League. All of these organizations are important places for local leaders to come together to address the challenges that face us all and to be able to work together. And last but not least, Montgomery County. Mayor Golden and I have recommitted ourselves to making sure that the city and the county work together That is our priority, and that is our promise. And Mayor Golden, thank you for what you've done so far in these 2 short years. And now for the 3 words that you've been waiting for from me for the last few minutes, and in conclusion. Often at this event, a question is asked of the 2 mayors: what can we do to help? So here's my call to action to you. Stay informed. Embrace the change. Recognize the opportunities. In this age where social media has given rise to divisiveness and destructive behaviors, there's an almost desperate need in our community and beyond to help us live together more peacefully. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 18, it says, "Come now, let us reason together." So disagree if we must, but move boldly toward the future together. Move toward a brighter future, a future that excludes no one and includes everyone. So I'll end as I began. Clarksville, let us commit to growing forward together. God bless you, and may God continue to bless this special place we call home. Thank you.
It's always a challenge following Mayor Pitts. He is such a polished professional speaker, and I'm the exact opposite of that. He does a great job recognizing everybody. He has not recognized the hardest working woman in Montgomery County yet. That's my wife, Sarah. Thank you for everything that you do for us, our community, our family, and she's also a small business owner with Governor's Land and Title. Just saying. Thank you all for being here. Do we have any of our state delegation here today? They might be busy getting ready for the new session. Thank you, Sam Niehow, for being here as well. What about our county elected officials and commissioners? Could y'all please stand and be recognized? Thank you for everything that you do. You know, we are blessed to have such a great partnership and people that truly care about our community. Our county staff, can you please stand up as well? Any county employees in the room? We have a great team. And what about any active duty military and any veterans in the room? Please stand and be recognized. God bless y'all. And thank you to Mayor Pitts for your collaborative leadership, sir. It was an honor to work for you and now with you, and we're going to keep moving forward each and every day. And thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for everything you do in hosting this great event. Is Frank Lott in the room by chance with Customs House Museum? I don't see him. If y'all see him today is his birthday. I'm just going to try to call him out and embarrass him a little bit. So before we move forward, I think it's important to look at the past year and some of the things that we've already gone through. And the tornado, it showed us a lot about who we are as a community and the way we're able to work together. And I do want to give a shout out to the Frisk Foundation for the $1 million contribution that they gave to this community. Let's please give them a round of applause. And I want to thank the collaboration with the city, the United Way, and them leading the long-term efforts and cleanup that's still ongoing. Thank you so much. YAPACs, our local churches, and the rest of our community, thank you for your continued support. I tell you, 2025 is going to be a great year. So as I go through this speech, I'm going to need your help. When I point to you all, I need you to say, summer of 25. Can y'all do that for me? I love it. All right. So as community grows, we are focused on strengthening our quality of life, creating opportunities to work and build businesses, business-friendly environment, breaking down roadblocks, like the child care facility is a public-private partnership that we did out in the industrial park, creating over 800 spots for local children, giving discounts to veterans and some of our industrial partners out there, providing services to residents to ensure a healthy, safe, vibrant community, and investing in education. ensure future leaders have the tools to reach their full potential. You know, what can we do for military? What can we do for Austin P? What can we do to recruit higher paying jobs in those businesses? And the answer to all of those things to me is quality of life. How are we taking care of those soldiers' families while they're deployed? What are we doing while those industrial partners and those business owners are working 80 hours a week and taking care of their families and investing in our students? So we're going to talk about some of that. So we continue to expand on the resources and invest in the essential services to support our community. Our North Library update. This facility is almost fully enclosed, sheetrock's complete, and the scheduled completion date, don't do better than that. Love it. And it should be open around September. Notice I said around September. You know, we're talking about construction dates, kind of like predicting the weather in Tennessee. It moves just a little bit. Our animal shelter. This building's now dried in with shingles on the roof. This project will also be completed.
Summer 25.
Love it. Opening date around September. So those two buildings have a shared footprint, and it's great to already see those departments and department heads collaborating together on how they can combine some of the programming, looking at a shared customer base. Hopefully kids that are excited about being at the library will also be excited about adopting animals over there at the animal shelter. And we have a great team in both of those locations. So our garage update, the project team gave me a very technical update, but the important updates are it should be opening with around 500 spaces. We originally received approval from the commission to borrow $14 million to complete this project, and I am excited to say that with the collaboration between the IDB and some local partners, Beyond Enterprises, we've able to come up with a solution to sell the naming rights in a long-term lease where the county had to borrow $0 to get this project completed. Yeah, so thank you to Beyond Enterprises for contributing to this project as well. The infrastructure, highway department, we have a lot going on there. Investing in roads and infrastructure improves safety and connectivity and enhances community accessibility for all of our residents. And to help get that done, we are constructing a new highway headquarters. So that if you go down Highway Drive, you can see that the structure and frame is complete. There's a bunch of other technical updates they have for me here, but the estimated completion point is
Summer 25.
Love it. We got a lot going on this summer, y'all. So I don't know if anybody lives across the river, but I've received more phone calls about Salem Road being closed, I think, than I have anything else. A lot of excited people about that, but we're excited about getting that project done. The Salem Road culvert replacement. So the new box has been put in, stormwater management, and the project's about 66% complete. Weather permitting, it should be completed around February. Y'all get excited though. They are working on a big road rejuvenation project right now for all of our roads, and it's a coating that they're putting on the roads to make sure that we can extend the life of the roads to reduce maintenance and reduce replacement. We've been working with the highway department as well on a greenway project. So we received a grant from the Community Health Foundation that we are very grateful for, and I did recognize that a lot of the workers that are at the highway department were originally at the street department that built the original greenway for the city. So now we're utilizing some of their skills. I believe it was Richard Teasley that told me, he said, Wes, just put me in the woods and turn me loose. I'll build you a greenway. So we've been working with them, and I'm proud to say at the end of Gerald Ridge Road over there, they've already cleared over a mile of greenway. I know we didn't do a groundbreaking, but we're just going to keep on working until it's done. And our goal in the end is to connect Clarksville's greenway with Ashland City's greenway. So go from Clarksville to Cheatham Dam to downtown Ashland City. And we've had a meeting with the Ashland City to hopefully they can start working towards us while we're working towards them. Lafayette Road, we're widening that, hopefully to help our partners over at Fort Campbell. We've been keeping them in the loop of everything going on, and it's a state road, and we've been working on that project for a long time, and hopefully it'll be completed right around Love it. Rossview Road, right-of-way is still being purchased. We're almost complete with that process, and we are currently in the right-of-way acquisition phase and utility relocation phase for that project. So it is on schedule. We are getting closer to needing the funding from the state, and we continue to work with TDOT and our state delegation on that, and hopefully that money comes on time. And believe me, I wish it would be done around, but we'll keep working on it. So East Tennessee flood relief. You know, when those, it was very devastating when those phone calls started coming in. I had a friend of mine, Mayor Patty Woodby, out there in Carter County. She called me up and she said, houses are going down the street on fire. I've lost my car, I've lost friends. And I said, well, I've got somebody I want you to meet. I called Sherry Nicholson and they went immediately out there. And we were able to send communications, EMA, and highway department out there. And I'm very proud to say that our highway department helped reopen 100 miles of impassable roads and restored access to hundreds of residents out there. So we, sorry, y'all know I'm a crier. So we continue to pray for them each and every day. And as Mayor Pitt said, public safety is extremely important. You know, I have a public safety background, and we're going to continue to work on that. I've started meeting with some of our commissioners talking about our upcoming budget. It's crazy that it's that time again already, but public safety is going to be my #1 priority as we go into this next budget cycle. And right at the top of that list is our county fire. We've had some big initiatives, and we've started moving the needle on our county fire department. Before, we didn't have a registered fire department that had been created, so that was kind of step one. We created a fire department. Then we appointed a new fire chief. Chief Rios, you in the room? My man. So before, the fire department and EMA were one combined department, and we have separated those because both need dedicated efforts. And we're going to keep moving those departments in the right direction. We also changed the state law across the state of Tennessee on how you can fund a county department. It was very restrictive, and it made it hard for us to conduct business. So where's our Chief of Staff, Lee Harrell? He does a lot for us. Y'all give him a round of applause. He's usually behind the scenes with some of the other folks getting stuff done, but he also worked at the Capitol for 21 years. So when I was whining and complaining about how the state law worked, he just looked at me and said, why don't we just change the law, Wes? All right. But we were able to get that done with his help and the help of our state delegation. I think Senator Powers and Representative Burkhart carried those bills forward for us. And hopefully, so right now we have money designed for a new fire station. We're hoping to put it near Kirkwood School over there, and also have a sheriff's precinct inside there as well. So if you look at the map currently where our fire stations are located, we have a station in St. Bethlehem right off Guthrie Highway. If you go south, you don't hit another station until you get to East Montgomery off McAdoo Creek Road. So there's a big gap where a lot of population density has filled in, and we need to make sure that those residents are covered. So hopefully here, maybe in a few weeks, I'll be able to announce the exact location where that fire station is going to go. And we already have design money in there and some construction money, so we're going to get that project moving forward, and we're very excited about that. And we also have a new burn tower for the fire department. It was just completed. It was completed in December of 24. We should have a ribbon cutting coming up. They're playing with all the toys right now, making sure everything works right before we do the ribbon cutting, so that our new firefighters will have a place to train. Also, with our sheriff's office, we keep expanding them. As our community grows, we grow that department as well. We're grateful for our sheriff and all the sheriff deputies over there and everything that they do. We've increased the number of deputies on the street and SROs in our school system. Speaking of our school system, the two most expensive things that we have that the county takes on is education and incarceration. If you don't do one right, you have to pay for the other one. So we we continue to invest in our community. I want to highlight some of the achievements that our school system has done. We have the highest system-wide composite student growth score of a level 5 from the Tennessee Department of Education, marking a significant 3-point increase from a 2 from 2022 school year. So they are now a 5, which is as high as you get. The district has improved its graduation rate by nearly 3% to 95.1%. It's the highest year-over-year increase since 2014. This graduation rate is around 3 points higher than the state average. Our Spanish Immersion Elementary School at Barksdale was recognized in '24 as a National Blue Ribbon School. Last year, Middle College at Austin Peay being named the '23 Blue Ribbon School. Only approximately 0.35% of schools receive this recognition from the U.S. Department of Education. We have a great team. Dr. Jean Lunavetter, where are you at? There she is. Appreciate y'all and everything that you do. This past year, when we were reviewing the budget, I asked how are we going to better support our special education teachers. And with the support of the commission, the school board, and Clarksville Montgomery County school system, we were able to increase the annual stipends for special education teachers by $5,000 for a total of $6,000 a year to help with retaining and recruiting professionals for these specialized, hard-to-fill positions when there is a national shortage. We are so blessed to have great teachers here in our community. So on average, we've been growing by 650 students a year. That's a 30-year average. We're continuing to grow and we're continuing to try to meet those needs. Recently, we've opened the Kirkwood Complex to open up 4,500 spots for students K through 12, and soon to be working on the construction of Freedom Elementary School. That's our 26th elementary school, which will add another 1,000 students. So Parks and Recreation, did any of y'all attend the New Year's Eve event? I tell you, it was a good time. And it's great to hear from local businesses the next day saying, we made good money last night, Wes. And that's the goal. It was a collaborative effort between the county, the city, Austin Peay. Thank you for being the presenting sponsor that evening, and the drone show, by the way, which was very awesome. Thank you all for that. And the collaboration between the local businesses. It's great to live in a community where there's more collaboration than competition. Stokes Field, this is a huge project that we've taken on, and it's great to hear from so many long-term residents how they're excited about seeing that field come back to life and hearing all the stories about how they played there as kids, and we're just really excited about this project, and it's scheduled for completion around early fall of '25. Fredonia Park, the asphalt parking lot's been paved, site grading. The contractor will be forming and pouring concrete for the basketball courts, the pavilion, and this project should be completed by, I love it. In events, I stood up here last year and I told you that the past year we had more events than we've ever had before, and we've done the same thing this year, and we're going to do the same thing next year. We're going to continue investing in our events and our programming to improve the quality of life for our residents and for our kids here in Montgomery County. And we're also going to have a barbecue competition at Rich Ellen Park across the river this fall. It should be amazing. Music, good times have ball. I love food and dead animal. So quality of life, providing opportunities and service to ensure a healthy, vibrant, safe community for all residents who call Montgomery County home. Industry, commerce, education, and recreation are the foundation for a high quality of life and a thriving community. And I'd like to throw a little Jesus in there too. We are committed to moving the community forward by improving the quality of life for all residents. Our community is made up of the best people. You know, I stand up here each year a little more gray, eyesight getting a little worse, maybe a few more pounds on me. But I tell you, I absolutely love this job. I love our community, and I love all of y'all. Sorry. God bless y'all, and God bless our troops. Love you.
Mayors, y'all did a great job this morning. Let me, in closing, again, give a word of thanks to Mayor Pitts, Mayor Golden, for Cindy and Sarah for being here this morning and for helping make this a great event each and every year. I want to say thank you to Dr. Moser and Clarksville Christian School again for being our title sponsor. And you'll notice names on the tables throughout the facility that are table hosts, and we want to give a word of thanks to our table host this morning for helping sponsor this event. And thank you for supporting your chamber. We're dismissed.
For current and exclusive content, subscribe to CDE Lightband, connecting you at the speed of light.